All right, let's start it out. Guide number 4. Welcome. We're going to talk about play calling. Play calling in 2K16 is pretty much the same, although the buttons are a little different than 2K15. I'm going to go over a few of the main staples and kind of show you a little bit of what I run. I'll try to run 2 of each, and we'll see how it goes. I might be able to pull them off, I might not. Let's start out with, I'm not going to start out with the smart play. I'm going to start out with the pick and roll. I think the pick and roll is still the main staple of what you want to do. It allows you to create mismatches, 2-on-1s, and get to the basket and all that good stuff. And it also allows you passing opportunities in the pick and roll where your pick man rolls to the basket, you hit him for an easy douche. So let's take a look at that here. Let's try to run a couple of offensive sets with the pick and roll. First thing is you hold L1. It's going to bring up a menu. You'll see the roll man there. You see it's Porzingis. You see him roll to the hoop there. I tried to get him the basketball. It didn't work. All right, we're going to play some defense. Porzingis was a triangle man. You always want to know who your roll man is. Manziel that shit, threw it away. You get the ball back. All right, let's take it quickly. Run another pick and roll.
Watson in at point guard. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis.
Always know the button man so you can get the ball to your roll man. This time it's going to be L2. Get it to him quickly. Reset. As you can see, he's going to roll. Get him the ball. And he puts it in. So there you go. Pick and roll. Simple. Guy's going to roll to the hoop. Now you can change that to be a pick and pop. High pressing R1. I'm not going to show you that because my guys cannot pick and pop. Porzingis or Lopez are not going to be picking and popping in this game. You can also choose the pick man if you just hit L1 once and then hold the button. You should be able to pick the man you want to pick with. Normally I use my big man to pick, but you can pick and roll with like a star like Carmelo if you're on the Knicks or LeBron or whoever you want to pick with. 2-man game is very important. Very basic. It's a basic thing you want to learn how to do early in the game. But you need more than just pick and roll in your offense to do well. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the quick play, which is where 2K picks your play. Let me get the ball back here real quick.
Now here's Williams. He's covered by Watson.
You can see they're trying to pick and roll on me.
And Williams, here we go. And he gets
and they got me.
And that one drops.
All right, so first thing you do, come up the court. You're going to hold up on the directional pad. You're going to see the play art come on the screen. A solid line means that, okay, this is an ISO play. A solid line means that they want you to dribble. A dotted line means they want you to pass. And there you go.
He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, that is just weak defense there.
So you got to watch the play art on the screen. If your play art doesn't show up, you want to go into your options. You want to look at your, let's see, where is it at? Is it in coach settings? Okay, play vision display. You want to make sure that your play vision display is full. Some people like to put their offensive play play calling on auto, so they call a play every time down. I like to keep it on manual, so that's the default setting. So you are forced to call the plays.
to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
So we'll do another quick play once we get the ball back here. We'll run another one as we come up the floor. Good pass.
That also was a factor. Now, how about how he
little Dirk Nowitzki pass action there. All right. Let's run another play. They want me to go to the spot. Now they want me to pass to the center. And the play's pretty much over at this point. So if we want to run something else, we got to play it again. There's a pick. Pick and roll to Lopez. So very quick sometimes. That action happens quick. You got to be ready for it as soon as the play arts comes on the screen. The next one I'll do is I'll call a play for one of my players specifically. Oh, Jesus. Move your feet, Lopez. So you want to have more than just pick and roll in your playbook. So quick play is one way, but it's not a specific play. It picks sort of a random assortment of plays. From what I've seen, it picks from about 5 or 6 different ones. It doesn't seem to have a wide variety of plays. So the next thing I'm going to try to do is call a specific player play. So let's call a play for Carmelo here. L1, then square for Carmelo, and then up arrow will give him the punch 45, which he wants the ball, and it's all Carmelo here. And he didn't do a very good job. So I called a play for Carmelo there. That was all him. He didn't do a very good job. We'll try again here on the next one down. I'll try 3 of these. I'll try getting Porzingis involved. Good D, Porzingis. All right. So let's get Carmelo into an ISO. And he did pretty good. Oh, no! Lopez offensive 3 seconds. He fell asleep down there. Like I said, it's going to take a while for you to figure out which plays are going to be the ones you want to run. I tried to run for Carmelo, and we'll try to run one for Porzingis here. Coming in. Sky like a rabbit. What's up, gamer? We'll try to run a play for Porzingis coming up here. Come on. And dribble like that all day. It's off. Alright, Aflalo. Alright, so we're going to run a play for Porzingis. This time it's triangle. And we're going to punch wing for Porzingis here. Get him the basketball in the post. He didn't like that. Carmelo's just a greedy bastard, and he misses again. So, again, it's hard to run plays for specific players. You can call a play for yourself. And maybe I'll try that here. I'll try running a play for myself. Dirk, no. Sky like a rabbit.
On him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Watson, the pass to Aflalo. Dishes it to Watson. The pass to Porzingis.
Not the greatest play, but we got a good shot and it went in. All right, so you can call plays for yourself. You can call plays for other players. You can do lots of things there. Just figure out what your offense is. I'd say get 3 or 4 go-to plays. Perfect those. Get those rolling. And make sure you make use of the pick and roll. Make sure you try a couple quick plays during the game, especially if you're ahead. Get used to running other things. Here's your screen if you want to remember what the controls are. One other thing that you might want to look at is the left and right direction buttons when you have the ball on offense. Let's take a look at that real quick. See, I like to pass the ball, so I'm going to be running offenses to pass. You can run offenses to get shots. You just got to figure out what those offenses are, what you like to run, and how to get your shot. I'm not a guy who likes to get his shot. I'm a guy who likes to get a bucket.
Harris comes in for Williams. And the Knicks making a
So
change here as well.
we'll wait till we get the ball on offense. I'll show you a couple other things you can do. That's too good. Dirt off the screen. All right, you can hit the left stick, which is going to bring up your quick play, so you can call an isolation. You can also change your focus with the right arrow. So I called an ISO here. I'm going to try to. Again, it didn't work, so into the pick and roll. That didn't work. When all else fails, give the ball to Carmelo. And he misses. All right, so the last thing is as you're coming up the court. Let me get the ball back here. Nice pass. Almost got that block. All right, so while you're coming up the court here, you can click the left stick in. I'm not sure why it's not working. Huh, interesting. It didn't work. Not working. It's supposed to show me who's hot and who's not. There's Porzingis on the pick and roll. Anyways, hold on a second. Maybe I read the thing wrong. It says press L3 to check whether your players are neutral, hot, or cold. Maybe no, but nobody is hot right now. Everyone's neutral. But you should be able to press that stick to find out who's hot on your team. I'm not sure why it wasn't working for me. It could be that all my players were neutral. But anyways, pick and roll, for the most part, is your go-to thing to get a quick, something quick. L1, the button of the player you want to run a play for, and then pick a play with the right stick is to call a specific player play. Up on the control pad is to call a quick play. Those are all things you could do to kind of create mismatches on offense. You need to do those things to get your guys moving on offense. Otherwise, they just stand around and wait for you to do something, which is kind of dumb. I guess you could sit there and try to one-on-one everybody, but it doesn't really work too well. I would say at least learn pick and roll and at least 2 or 3 other plays to really get your offense rolling and get those players moving. I'll be back, guide number 5, with a few defensive tips next time. Back to the game.
Watson's got 5 assists tonight.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Oh, come on.